And you know how you can always tell how pissed off a staff member is? It's what I call the staff stress Braille test. You close your eyes and you go to the charting where they're writing about the resident. And if it goes through 3 pages, that person is really ticked off. It's another one of those little things I've learned over the years, like the seats. Rub your hand on the seats. But what we want to do is help our staff not to personalize. Because don't we find sometimes our staff will call us names? If you're overweight, are you going to hear about it? If you're a person of color, you're going to hear about it. If you're a woman, are you going to get some sort of sexual innuendo? Absolutely. Like sometimes, this has happened only twice, but it was plenty. I'll never forget a guy I went in to see. And I went and introduced myself to him. I said, "Hi, I'm Dr. Brose." And he looked at me and he stepped back and he goes, "You're Dr. Brose? You look like a goddamn rooster." My hair's sticking up. Now I've never been called a rooster before. And I went over to the mirror and looked at it and I said, "Really? Okay." I didn't personalize it. But it didn't hit me where I lived. I haven't been struggling with issues of roosterhood. But some things people have been struggling with. Maybe their weight or somebody, you know, it could be a sensitive issue for people. But just like yesterday, I was lecturing at care providers on boundaries. It is 100% of the time the staff responsibility to manage the boundary 100% of the time. It's never the responsibility of the resident. Never. We have to have staff that work in our buildings that have thick skin. They have to. They have to not personalize. And if they're having trouble when they come to work finding their anti-personalization suit, I encourage you to send them down to the local Walgreens. Have them go to the back, hang a left, and get some of that anti-personalization salve and rub it all over their body. And if their feelings are still being hurt by their residents, they may want to find a job elsewhere. Because there's no way to work in this business and not be attacked by family members or residents. There's just no way. It's as nutty as believing like somebody gets paid $30 an hour to be a lumberjack. And at the end of the first day, they go and complain to the foreperson and said, "Well, why do I have to put up with mosquitoes?" And probably that experienced lumberjack is thinking to him or herself, didn't they know that when you cut trees down in the woods that right along that same path are mosquitoes? When we work in healthcare and people come in with a hip fracture or COPD or recovering from a surgery, whatever it might be, they are coming with their emotions and their personality. And the better that we can help them, the more that we can manage how we interact with them, i.e. us as a medication, a positive side effect, the less likely we are to have a problem with them. Any questions so far? No? Is this helpful to think along these lines? Or seem way out in left field? Right field? Center field? Yeah. Okay. So what I've been talking about so far is some of the aspects of the common medications, page 1 of the handouts if you want to take a look. We've talked a little bit about page 2, the challenging type. I'm going to spend a little time now talking about challenging families. Now, often when I'm talking about challenging families with staff, whether it be at MAHA or what's it called now, Wayne? AHA?
Aging services administration.
Okay, does it have a aha or aga? Awesome? Awesome. Okay. Okay, awesome, or care providers or other, or like here, we have people that want to get better at what they're doing. I think that one of the things that I see that causes a lot of staff, if you will, distress, are challenging families. And hopefully I'll be able to give you some tips today on how to better manage challenging families. Maybe some to-dos, maybe some to-don't or don't do, and maybe some things for you just to think about. But if you look at page 2, what we've been talking about is that we do hire some staff who are power struggle specialists. Do you know what I'm talking about? These are people that I say, with all due respect, I'm the DON, or I'm the Director of Social Service, or I'm the Administrator. In today's economy, I think that's dangerous thinking. The TR person, the people in other specialties are as important as any position. And the more we look at that, the more we're moving towards culture change. When I hear nurses say, my license is on the line, I'm like this. I almost find it insulting. So is mine. Everybody's is. Let's not talk about, hey, the sun's in the sky. Okay, I know that. So, when we can recognize that we have to operate as a team in working with challenging families and challenging residents, it's no longer a one-person game. And you know that old thing, less filling tastes great? That's what we should have in our meetings. Staff member A saying this and someone else saying, well, how come? Why not? Let's look at this. Why not? A couple weeks ago, I was doing a talk on sex in the city, which I've been doing a lot of talking on the past year.